A lot of folks asking the wrong questions. When you get the answers, those gonna be the wrong lessons. Like where the rap superstars? I got an objection. Death to the superstars, the only natural progression. That singular size you chase only make corporate pensions. Think if one's reach ain't as wide, we all less than. How many celebs bend and folded in the light before we realize big isn't best? Then that's what I'm questioning. How can we lose what came from streets when it returns to it? Means you're no longer part of the we that really yearns for it. Everybody teaching these days, nobody learning shit. I just sit perpetually amazed at how absurd it gets. Yeah, but I ain't better. But I ain't better, no. But I ain't better. Yeah, but I ain't better. What is underrated when I answer to my own taste? Listening to suggestions of past that I won't take. Everyone always thinks they the one that's gonna convince you. They never gonna believe you really acting out of principle. Cause they can only see you through the lens that they live through. And they trade in their humanity for a digital life. But I'll be humble and this bitch polite. Cause it's a thin line between honest and resentful spite. The breeze blows them in and out and I'll be here for years. When resistance will never been a problem to cheer for peers. But the sounds I'm surrounded by got me feeling like ain't no one else in my atmosphere got that clear. But I ain't better. But I ain't better, no. But I ain't better. I ain't better. I need a break. I've been in the grind and I've been trying for a long time. I ain't in the smiling, I be crying, I be all riled up. Got me all tied up in emotion, I be coping at like all times. Yo, I need a break. I be having struggles, having troubles that they don't know. I do not be clubbing, stressing, talking like a boatload. I ain't trying to be vulnerable, I just let the mold grow. I hope that the hope grows. Yo, I need a. I can feel the tension, I can hear the guessing. Sinuses be stuffy, but I can smell a question. Ask me what you try and know, why I'm never resting. Know you see it in the room, ask me about the elephant. She could only see it in my face if I'm angry. That's all I was allowed to show, girl, the city raised me. If I gave them anything else, they would maim me. It's easier to make them pay me than to change me. I'm trying, but when they praise the flow, it make me glow. It's crazy though, my smile to frown ratio. Feel like I'm speaking real well on shit I vaguely know. Maybe so, but maybe no. But the liquor don't taste the same. It don't take the pain. I'm gonna face the rain, but how's a fighter gonna fight when the answers wait? I need to plan escape before this mental break. I need a break. I've been in the grind and I've been trying for a long time. I ain't in the smiling, I be crying, I be all riled up. Got me all tied up in emotion, I be coping at like all times. Yo, I need a break. I be having struggles, having troubles that they don't know. I do not be clubbing, stressing, talking like a boatload. I ain't trying to be vulnerable, I just let the mold grow. I hope that the hope grows. Yo, I need a. I've been in the grind and I've been trying for a long time. I ain't in the smiling, I be crying, I be all riled up. Got me all tied up in emotion, I be coping at like all times. Yo, I need a break. I be having struggles, having troubles that they don't know. I do not be clubbing, stressing, talking like a boatload. I ain't trying to be vulnerable, I just let the mold grow. I hope that the hope grows. Yo, I need a.
Heyo, what's going on? I took a weekend break. It was my buddy's birthday, so spent some time with him. And I felt like it was rude to go, hey, I gotta go live stream instead of celebrate your birthday. I did some shopping, got some dinner, hung out, played Lego Star Wars, did lots of stuff. I just got back from getting a haircut, did some spring cleaning today. Market has been all over the place. I'll be honest, I stopped playing KDA a long time ago. I did not want to get caught up in that shop. But let's break it down. Let's see what we got. So in terms of us still balancing on the beam that is 28,800, we're still doing that. Now, something on the smaller time frames did pique my interest. I didn't get in on it because I did not see a higher high on BTC. It's unfortunate how it played out, but I got to play the macro setups, and that's that. All right, so I've been balancing this line right here, this ABC, as kind of like my macro totem at the moment, whether or not we're going to break down. But beyond that, this is the setup that I was talking about. Did anybody catch this? Like I said, I had to see BTC put it in as well in order for me to take it, but that was there and available for you guys to take. All right, so right now I'm still playing 1978 as my entry for longs, which, did I get entered in on one? Not yet, but I'm about to. All right. So the reason for that is, yes, we do have this ABC here, which I am more than grateful if it puts in a lower low here and we get a bottom entry of this range. But as of right now, if we do happen to come back above 1978, which we're at 1979 now, I'll be entering long once again, and that is based off of this ABC here. Now, my hope is I really, really want to get back above 2150 and 33K for BTC. All right, those are the macro setups in play, like the macro, not the macro of the range, but right here we got A coming down, B coming up, C coming down, and that is pretty much exactly at 33,000, give or take, depending on which exchange you're playing from. But that is where we really need to get back above on Bitcoin's price in order for us to see any sort of upwards price action really start to come in. Now, I'm still surprised we haven't tested the top of this range, at least tested 33K. So I want to be surprised that that's what's coming up here shortly within the week. If not, we could break down. There is always the possibility that we put in a lower low than 25,357 and create a larger ABC bottom. Same thing for BTC as well, which would make sense, right? Because you can see right here, we hit 1774. I know on many different exchanges, we almost hit $1,700 exactly. Let me check Coinbase. Yeah, you see Coinbase wicked all the way down to 1,700. So 1,700, the reason why that is important, not because it's a psychological number, right? It's legitimately the support, right? You can see back here during the run up, during the bull market, we had A, we had B, we had C. All right. And the bottom of the B, which is a macro local low here, is 1,700. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go down to test lower. It would be sad just because things have been quite choppy in this region. A lot of re-entries around here because I think when I left the stream on Thursday, when did I leave the stream? Thursday, Wednesday? Not quite sure. I was at about 7 grand. Now that was profit plus the current equity of the account. All right, back down to 5,900. All right, so things move. All right, so if you are feeling the same way or have seen the same side effects in your account, it is, you got to weather the storm. All right, we did the same thing back up at 45K. It eventually pays off. Keep the risk under control. All right, the main thing is you get used to using a certain level of risk in terms of dollar amount. Let's say 45 bucks, for example. And you'll lose, but you keep putting in $45. You shouldn't be doing that. All right, your current risk level based on dollars, all right, should always be based off the percentage. All right, so if 10% of $5,000 is 50 bucks, if your account goes down to $4,000, that 10% now turns into $40. Don't keep using the same level of risk as your account was as it's dwindling. Same goes if your account is growing. If your account is growing and your entire strategy is based off of 1%, make sure you're growing the money with it. Don't get scared. All right, so I was using about $30 worth of risk probably about a month and a half ago. Now I'm using like $50 to $60 worth of risk because it's still 1%. All right. So make sure you're keeping everything under control and you're not really going to feel the burn too bad. The people that are using like 3% and they still lock in the same dollar amount every single time they lose because they go, I'm just too stubborn to do so, those are the ones that get burnt. I've been that person. That's why I'm talking from experience. All right, so check on the US 100. I mean, we've recovered some lows here. We put in an ABC bottom. I'm actually quite bullish. Like, I've been bullish, but you can see we have gotten the ABC bottoms on the US financial markets. So we should see at least a retest. Like, maybe you're not in the bullish camp where you think we're going to continue this gigantic uptrend. I get that. All right. And for BTC, I've been very upfront. I don't think a new bull run is coming. I think it's going to be about 700, 800 days, because usually we go a little bit after the happening. So I'm not in a rush here. All right. But in terms of have we found bottom, that's any man's game. But I'm playing these levels because price action is proving itself to be somewhat bullish. Been sticky situation, I'll get that, but the fact still stands. KDA, I am currently waiting for a lower low. Now remember, whenever I talk about altcoins like this, you can apply this to any other altcoin that's in the same situation, low liquidity. All right, you have to make sure that you are using appropriate risk. All right, if the R&R is off the chain, all right, there's no reason to be using 1% risk. Use 0.25% risk. If on a regular trade you're getting 15 R&R, but on an altcoin trade you can get 50 R&R, why are you trying to be extra risky? All right, now, theoretically, if Bitcoin was able to give us 50 R&R trades, yeah, keep the level of risk the same, all right, because it's not the same thing. With altcoins, there's a lot of slippage. You're going to end up losing more than you accounted for. And as well as that, you're probably going to get stopped out more times than usual. All right. That's why when I was in this chop range right here, around $2.65, I probably got stopped out around 20 times. All right. But I was using 0.25% risk. All right. So you add it all up, I lost about 5%. All right. So be careful. Litecoin had a good setup, man. If I wasn't too busy this weekend, I probably would have caught Litecoin, because that one is the one that I've been really watching, and I do hope that we actually come back down here and put in a lower low at $64. All right, that would give us a bigger setup such as this. We could collect a long around $64, and then from there, hopefully, we get a nice fat C wave coming in. Now on Litecoin's local low, you can see from the uptrend starting here. I'm not looking at any of this price action over here. All right, I've marked out some of the local lows. So we had uptrend, break of trend, local low, $41. All right, uptrend, break of trend, local low, $65. So as long as we're kind of sitting in this pocket region, because the farther you get away from the creation of the support, the more variance there's going to be in terms of where the support is newly sitting. It's going to be in the same generalized area, but it's not going to be the same exact touch point. Sometimes it might be. It's all depending on how the market reacts. So when we're looking at this $65, $64 support, we should be looking at it more like this, like a boxed region. All right, so if we do happen to see a lower low than 65, 64 for that micro setup, comparative to this chart right here, I'm willing to take that. It's still within this region of support, if that makes sense. All right, same thing goes for Ethereum, all these coins. All right, because we've definitely had some time distance away from these things. So no surprise that we're getting a little bit of chop. I'm pretty sure that's it. Like I said, I've gotten entered in my long on Ethereum here. And I will continue to play that same level. Like I said, if we do go down and put in a lower low, I have no problem taking that entry either, because we have now had downtrend, break of trend, uptrend. I know this is BTC, but same setup as Ethereum. So it's just about understanding what is the possibility and getting ready for it if it does happen to come to fruition. So we'll see how that plays out. Let me pop the chat out over here so I can start talking to you guys. But hello, how we doing? I watched like 5 minutes of that today, the hardcore scalping video. But I was out and about, so I didn't really get to sit down and watch it. AZTV, I love your conspiracy theories, man. I don't care who's buying, I don't care who's selling. I watch the charts. I don't need a reason for anything. Gnarly, same here, man. It feels bad going from 7 grand and seeing a 5 as that 4th digit. It is what it is. Now, hopefully, you're still in profit. That's the thing. We make these big wins. We weather the storm. We make a big win sometime in the future. We don't know when it's going to be. Bro, I'm scared of this drop. It feels different. I've been through a lot of them. Doesn't feel different. Actually, that's a lie. It does feel different because I used to be scared. Trying to always guess where it's going to land. All right. When I talk about these local lows, I'm not talking about it as like a done deal and, you know, I'm super ooper duper bullish. No, it's an if this and that statement. As long as we're above these lines, I'm bullish. That's all I need to know. And if we break them, I have a general idea of where I like to see it drop to next. Keep it simple, stupid. That's best thing you can do. Busha J, what's going on? Oh boy, Kite's fly. Let's see what you did there. Franco S, what's up, Kite? Been a while. How are you? Doing pretty good. I've been trying my best to keep myself in order. It's an ongoing battle. I picked up another thing of beet juice powder. So I'm gonna be taking that daily. Doing my stretches at night. We're doing good. Doing good. Mitch, I wouldn't use the word optimistic. I would just say realistic. And most of the time, being realistic is you don't really need to freak out as long as you're doing things by the book. But Kite Crypto, Mask Guy makes multi-million-dollar trade. Let's go. It's okay. Give it about 2 years. I took a look at SOS. Sounds like the coin's constantly crying out for help, so is it doing well? You just came back below the A right here. So I mean, short term, it could be expecting to see at least somewhere around however many zeros that is plus the numbers. So there you go. I see the ABC. Like I said, it does look quite bearish. And I mean, that could have been a macro short there, because with these altcoins, you can see they kind of just, it's like exponential growth chart, but put upside down. I figure out the car situation. No, I wasn't thinking about a BMW. It was just, I don't know. I haven't sold it. I haven't gotten appraised. At this moment in time, I don't think I'm gonna sell it. It's just, I don't know. Wondering if there's a chance it can break upwards to previous highs. Are you talking about SOS? Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance, but what is this coin? What does it do? I mean, you can see for the past, almost 6 months here, man, it's been on a downtrend. I don't even know where the highs begin. Looks sorry to tell you, man, it doesn't look like a good coin to me. Would love to see an Crypto and Kite collab. We might have something in the works. You never know. I got him on speed dial sometimes. Whenever he has reception, you know, he has like this little antenna thing that he attaches like crystals to, so that he can get reception out in the desert. It's actually a pretty cool design he's got going. I think he's got a patent. $100x leverage short now. Stat. Not my words. Money equals happiness. Those are his words. Are you boys with the moon too? I'm very confused. Yeah, let me get the chat further up here so I don't have to like break my neck to look at it. And I'll keep it on the screen, that way you guys can see which ones are rolling in. It's essentially a tip system for NFT creators, kind of like Doge. Those things have never really been a hit, man. I mean, Basic Attention Token started that, I'm pretty sure. Like being able to, you can tip pretty much anybody. It's not really like a use case whatsoever. It's like if you're gonna tip somebody, tip them in Bitcoin. But like they appreciate that a little bit more than something that they're gonna let build up and all of a sudden it's dropping off a cliff. You in any trades for now? Yeah. Talked about it at the beginning of the live stream. Staying true to my word. I'm in the same BTC trade I've been in for a couple weeks now. And I am recently just got into an Ethereum long a couple minutes ago. I lost the chat. You got into Luna, man. I didn't know jack shit about Luna whatsoever. There's something about, like, you have to have a sixth sense radar for these things. It's like when you go into the YouTube comments and like you look at these messages, if there's a single person out there that can fall for that, it blows my mind. So when someone is promising you 5,000% APR, I feel like that's the same thing. So Luna isn't directly involved in that in terms of like they're the ones promoting it, but they create this like ecosystem that allowed all these things to arbitrage and all these things to coexist. That shit did not exist in 2016, and we were better off for it. We just had a big connect. You make 1% a day, like the regular pyramid schemes. And you gotta get all intricacies so you can sucker more people into it. Do you ever struggle with patience, Kite? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, not in terms of trading anymore. I'm pretty good at waiting for the if this and that statement. There is no reason for me to get into a trade unless it's confirmed the way that I need it to be. But I mean, in other things in life, intermittent fasting, I'm impatient waiting for the clock to hit 2 in order for me to eat my next meal. Or maybe it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm really freaking hungry. Impulse buying cars. Not seeing enough weight loss. I'm impatient in a lot of things, but I've worked at trading. I've gotten it to the point where I can be competent with it. Do the ABC labels self-populate on your lines automatically when you draw them? Yes, they do. Now, you might be confused because I kind of alternate between using the actual ABC tool and using trend lines as ABCs. So, if you want to use the actual tool, it's in the 5th. That's the 6th down, and then it's in the Elliott Wave toolbox area. Like, what do you mean by patience? Is it like you're entering too early, or when you're in a trade you take profits too early because you're just kind of like in this weird limbo stage, or all of it? Like, you gotta narrow it down and try to figure out like what works for you. Like I said, whenever I entered a trade is when I kind of had like those butterflies in my stomach, wondering if now was the right time to enter, and I came up with my own practice where I have to sit with my eyes closed with my chart right in front of me and not do shit for at least 20 minutes unless I got a stopped out alert, right? Because the only reason I should be touching anything is when I get stopped out. Otherwise, let it go. If I don't let it go, I'll never get where it needs to go. Did I have any loans in BitConnect? No. I was pretty close, but I gave it some time because I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. And luckily, I held that off until it kind of came unraveled and everything just crashed immediately. What I did get suckered on was Hashflare. Hashflare was a cloud mining service, which, I don't know, man. I believe they were legit. It's just, I don't know what happened. So, I don't fuck with cloud mining anymore either. I'd rather have one GPU doing something than pay someone in Iceland to run a GPU for me. In the market, patience isn't... I'm just rereading your message, sorry. I'll tell you what, man. Fish pisses me off every single day, without fail. But when it came to the point where like I almost had to give him up, I cried. So I guess I love the little dude enough. So it's a good equilibrium. It keeps me on my toes. R.I.P. Pinky. IMC your positions? Okay. I don't know what IMC means. I'm in a Bitcoin long, Ethereum long. I can't really do anything on KDA unless we put in a lower low. And I was possibly thinking about taking this long up here. You can see we made a small ABC up here in this region, and that was acting as resistance. So technically I could take the re-entry of this A instead of this lower one here. And that would technically be a buy-in to support / a breakout. So might work out in my favor. That's pretty much what we did on BTC with the 45K region. Ledger or Trezor, sir? I just get a really, get a decent USB flash drive, get a hardware wallet. Why are you buying ledgers and Trezors? All right, I've had a ledger. There's just too much that goes into those things. I don't like it. It's cheaper anyways. You can get like a $20 USB flash drive that's solid as a tank. All right, as long as you're not throwing it in a bathtub, you'll be fine. My thing is, if you got Bitcoin that you're gonna lock up or any other cryptocurrency, why do you need to touch it? You just go ahead, we'll put it in a bank vault. Mike G, what's going on? Nice haircut. LMC the fade. Man, what are you saying? IMC, LMC, what does that mean? Is that an acronym that's new? Like FML? Forgive my llama. He doesn't spit on you because he doesn't like you. He just does that. I keep the Bitcoins I got from eBay in my safe. You got what? From eBay? Do you use any other indicators to confirm your ABC? No. The ABC is the ABC. It confirms itself. You can always add indicators onto if you want to, but like I said, I used RSI for a long time, 125 length, and pretty much every single time we had an ABC formation, whether it was bearish or bullish, we had a divergence that went along with it. So why do I need to know if there's a divergence if 8 out of 10 times there is? Like I said, there's some times where there is no divergence, but yet the ABC is there. And if you don't take that trade simply because you don't have a divergence, you're going to miss out on a lot of profit. We didn't have that backup at 45K. Look how far we came down. We didn't need a divergence to tell us to do that. Oh, let me see. Gotcha. I'm a grandpa. Count size? Right now we're chilling at about 5,800, 5,900. And we're up to 7 grand like last Thursday. That's what getting stopped out 20 times on an altcoin will do to you. Plus, since we're sitting in inverse of petrol now, we are vulnerable to downside price action anyway, so that will also cause account degradation. What time frames you're basing on your trades? It's not time frames, it's just looking at the market structures and then finding the appropriate time frame. All right, now, keeping your perspective higher does tend to lead to more success. So I would say stick to the 30-minute, the hourly, or anything above that. All right, but sometimes when things have gigantic drops or gigantic pumps, things do get a lot thinner. All right, so in order to play with that price action, you do have to lower your time frame. There's no perfect setup. I use Hakonishi candles. Kite, hi, monkeypox FUD. I don't know what monkeypox is. And if there is FUD associated with it, it's probably for good reason. What's my ETH long target? Wherever it goes. I have no clue. Until the market shows me to get out, I will not get out of that long. Show us the way, Kite. The way. We got a resistance right here at 28,800. You mean support? Our macro support. Now, I'm probably not gonna be on here long because it is a late night stream, and yeah, I get some food in me before. I ate earlier today, but I want to get one more meal in. It's probably not like another 10 minutes. I just want to make sure I got back on schedule. That way I didn't miss Monday too. So I'll be live tomorrow sometime around like 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon EST. Stowaway memes inbound. I check out Ethereum Classic. Sure. Oh, it's got a nice ABC right here. You see that? I mean, you're so far away from your short entry that if you're asking me to give you a entry point, you done missed it, son. All right. If you got it, congratulations. You're fantastic. You deserve to smile. But the entry point would have been about 2290. Well, 2285. You can probably look for a retracement back down to about 1940. Maybe even lower, actually. Like 1919. Like I said, if we do look at BTC and Ethereum, that's the worrying part. We are seeing these ABCs on some of these coins, but who's to say that they're not going to turn into like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structures? Because with us sitting at these supports, now, like I said, we could still break down on Ethereum and BTC as well, but at the moment, we're kind of sitting in an advantageous position for longs. We'll see how long that holds, but I don't know. Confusing situation indeed. So take it one step at a time. Didn't you have your mining set vid? Are you talking about the tutorial I did on my settings for overclocks? I still got that. It's on my channel. Can you please give your opinion on KCS token? The Bitcoin pair looks bullish to me. Like my opinion on the coins doesn't really concern me whatsoever. I don't really care about KuCoin that much. It's had a good rebound, most definitely. From a macro perspective, your primary resistance is definitely going to be around 1999. Shoot. Now, on this little lake here, technically, as long as we're back above $13.42, we should be good to go. Now, typically, right, on an ABC trade, if it is merely going to be a retest and then continuation to the downside, typically we like to see around the 0.382 to 0.5 area. Now, guarantee you, it's at that resistance. It's a little bit above it, but who's to see like we can't get closer? So technically a short from 1999 is the ideal thing. You can see there was a lot of chop there too, but if you were playing on smaller time frames, you probably could have caught this this entry right here about 2118. So we'll see what happens. But from a macro perspective, until we get back down to around like $3 or $4, you can see the local low right here about 435 wouldn't be a bad ideal. But I might see a further drop inbound. Now, for the bullish case scenario, I'll give you that. It's just we haven't really seen a significant drop from this, so I can't really talk about anything bullish because we haven't really tested any local lows whatsoever. We tested like this area right here, but I wouldn't necessarily call that a primary local low. Really, only the one you want to care about is $4.35. But I guess we did find support. All right, so I mean, as long as we're back above 13.45, we can see further upside. That should be our if this and that statement. You know, from an ABC perspective. Not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. It always pisses me off. Like, I have to say that. All right. Chill out with all the altcoins, guys. I did my work for today. Kite, have you considered trading CBAs? Actually, no. I get what you mean, and I have no counter argument. So, I mean, at this point, I think we can come to an agreement that CBAs and ABCs can coexist in a friendly way. As I'm holding a knife behind my back. How high do you think BTC can get tomorrow? I have absolutely no clue. I stick to my this and that statements and then let the market surprise me. Like I said, I mean, I would really like to see a retest at least of 33K if we are going to get rejected. All right, but if we can get back above 33K, I'm bullish as hell. Ain't much resistance past that. All right, guys. I appreciate the amount of people that showed up to a late night live stream. But I'm going to head off. It's late right now. And want to get some food, chill out, watch some TV. Probably be on the Discord playing video games if you want to come say hi. But besides that, wish you guys the best of nights. Like I said, I'm going to stick to what I got here going. But like I said, if we do happen to go put in some lower lows, create some larger ABCs, down for whatever the market throws my way. Rolling and cruising. Rolling and cruising. All right, guys. Marlon Craft's new album came out, so please go play some songs from it, see if you like anything. I'm going to play a couple now. Probably, let's see. I'm going to play Questions Are Forever. All right, so we'll load that up. Throw that over here. Do you think aliens built? Man, he's Miko's asking the real questions here. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but he is. He said, "Do you think aliens built the pyramids?" You know what? I'm unsure. What's really cool is that when they asked one of the historians what they thought the pyramids actually were, they responded, "Us," which is incredibly cool because if you have done a DMT, you note that a lot of entities are pyramids for some reason or another. No, I don't know. Cool fun fact. But whether or not they were built by aliens, I have absolutely no clue. But all right, guys, just in time. Unfortunately, your name does not work here because I'm quite literally ending the stream. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Bubble Boy, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. All right, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow, pretty early in the afternoon, as always. Tuesdays, Thursdays, relaxed days. All right, don't have a set schedule. I mean, even technically on my set schedule days, we don't. But Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Expect me at 1 p.m. All right, EST. All right, guys. I appreciate you very much. Let's do the thing. And we'll log off for today. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
second you hit send on that tweet about what you about to do, the beauty of your moment, it get less valuable. My stock rising, but be careful how they value you. Cause I have trouble keeping breath at high altitudes. And they make judgments, but when I be alone, it just be me and myself. It don't be me and my attributes. So I've been trying to find my soul. Use my mind to find the gold. Use my heart to find my goals. I hope that my prime is old. Yeah. Cause that don't mean I ain't stopped growing. I see it's thickening, but it's clear now the plot's slowing. Every meeting that I'm in feel like stop motion. I see the intention behind all of the moves they make. Yeah, just know the path to real is through the fake. Yeah, so I've been finding peace in it. Yeah, and the moment that I let it go, yeah, I no longer gotta deal with it. Yeah, and I've been looking now, looking around, motherfucking now. Tell me what's up. If they could try to put me down, pick me, but they can never lift me up. Friends on my back say good, nah, you must have mistook me for tough. I just don't quit, I just won't quit, no, no, no. Used to play make-believe, now we the only ones we gotta make believe. Used to play make-believe, now I'm the only one. Answers are impermanent, questions are forever. Resisting emotions be like trying to make corrections to the weather. You be better off watching, learn how to tell when rain coming and how to lessen the droppings. But like, I could care less who was popping. Well, that's a lie, and that I care who we believe. Rather sing the truth alone than go caroling with thieves. Cause what we think we want don't compare to what we need. I raise hell for tranquility. Pain symphonies play vividly. They get to be free, they get to be bliss. They don't carry the care, I'm in the wariest wear. And that shit get exhausting, but I got no one to blame but me. The peace exists underneath where the anger be. The closer I get to what angers me, the further I am away from me. Yeah. And I've been looking now, looking around, motherfucking now. Tell me what's up. If they could try to put me down, pick me, but they can never lift me up. Friends on my back say good, nah, you must have mistook me for tough. I just don't quit, I just won't quit, no, no, no. Used to play make-believe, now we the only ones we gotta